And it was said that he actually would inject all over, every shoulder head, every, bicep head, tricep. Here's the quick background story. My dad has some arterial blockage at his age, and I can see that that type of thing tends to run in our family. And he was asking me about this product called Citrachel. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. But it's basically citra for citrus and chel for chelation. Chelation therapy is when they do an IV drip with EDTA and get that into your bloodstream to help clear, blood vessel blockages and decrease calcium buildup for better blood flow. So he's hoping that by taking this, it will give him some of that benefit while he's getting his heart in better shape. Well, it occurs to me that their main ingredient here is magnesium ascorbate. And I'm working on a different product that has that in it, and I thought, this is like a tiny little amount for $80 a bottle. You're getting 100 pills. So I called him and I said, hey, why don't I fix up something for you that has these same ingredients except for the lysine. Look at this, 50 milligrams. A chicken breast, a good chicken breast has like 100 times that much. So forget the lysine. I get plenty of lysine as it is. I'm sure he does too. So I thought I'll make him a product. But all of that said, that's in the works. But what led me there was the product that I was working on, a natural form of the old bodybuilding drug, Esiclene. Now, Esiclene, also known as formobilone, is a little before my time. I'd hear about it when I was growing up, but I didn't know much about it. And it was off the scene by the time I was in a place where I was experimenting with that sort of thing 20 years ago, 15 years ago. But what it is it's a weak anabolic androgenic steroid at a dosage of something tiny, tiny little amount in it. 2 milligrams per milliliter. But what guys would use it for is they would inject into their muscles at contest time, pre-contest, to give just a really full look, a really blown up full look without sacrificing striations and stuff. It was rumored to not give you like an injected look, but a tight, pumped look. And one of the biggest, the most notorious users of this, according to rumors, this is not my words, this is just what I've heard, was Flex Wheeler. And Flex was a very good bodybuilder. And he was known for having this 3D round muscle bellies, lots of details. And it was said that he actually would inject all over, every shoulder head, every bicep head, tricep, everywhere in his upper body and calves, I believe, to get that big full look while remaining tight and all sucked down. So I brought up a photo here. Unfortunately, this is a before and after he lost his leg. But in his bodybuilding heyday, I want you to take a look at this. Now, he was known to use some synthol as well, but it doesn't give you this tight, striated look that his arms have. Well, maybe not striated, but at least decently detailed compared to some synthol users. So this right here, that's an injection site on the side delt right there. This right here is an injection site right there. And I'm sure there's one on the front heads right around here. But you can see, let's see, the tricep head, this outer head, we've got an extra, I believe, a little extra pump. Right, in all these heads. Now, this is just my opinion. I don't know if he did or didn't, but it's what it looks like to me. And that's what Esiclene was for. It would irritate and fill it up with fluid, but more inside the muscle as opposed to under the skin. So you still look good going into contest mode. So, why am I interested in it? Well, I'm a big proponent of taking what is a dangerous practice, a drug practice, and looking for an alternative. It's not going to be vanilla. It's not going to be for the masses. But if bodybuilders have an alternative that works just as well, but actually has health benefits as opposed to health-threatening effects, kidney problems and all, you know, all the stuff that he's had problems with. It doesn't all go back to that, but that wasn't helping, okay? So I got to thinking, what minerals and electrolytes would draw water into a muscle if you were to come up with a sterile solution that you could put into muscle and get it to, like the formebalone, the Esiclene worked on, I think, the aldosterone receptors, and it shifted the water balance in such a way that it really looked pleasing to the eye as opposed to bloated. And we're looking for the same effect here, but through a natural mineral or electrolyte. I looked at which electrolytes and minerals were used for other medical purposes for injection, and what I came up with was magnesium and sodium. Sodium is just what would be in a saline drip, okay? That's sodium. Magnesium is used for injection also. So what we're looking at doing is pretty much matching the milligrams per milliliter. Why? Because we're looking for a certain amount of irritation. And then we want to test to see if the water is acted upon in the similar way to formebalone or Esiclene, and see what that muscle pump looks like. And I received it in the mail, and I can't show you, but I have, you know, ready to go. So again, this is vitamin C essentially, and will be vitamin C in your system. Not yours, mine, because I'm not selling this, obviously. I will, if I come up with a valid product between me and my dad for the chelation, and if that seems to be going well for him, he's got regular doctor visits and things to find the results of, you know, any kind of arterial blockage removal. So we'll have some idea, because that's pretty much the only thing he's doing, you know, supplement-wise, as opposed, you know, other than just a little bit of diet and exercise. So we'll find out about that. But this I'm curious about, and I'll play with the formula and test things out, but it seems viable, and I guess it's going to hurt like a son of a biscuit, but I'm going to do it. All right, well, I gave it a shot, literally. So this is as close as I could get to taking the exact same picture twice, before and after. All I did was shoot here on the inner head near the middle, and the outer head near the middle. And as you can see, my arm's not perfectly the exact same angle, but it's pretty close. That all that we got here is a little line, a little more roundness at the peak, which is what I was going for. And just looking at it personally, I've still got the same vascularity that I had before. I'm not like watery looking or weird or anything like that. Like nothing looks, well, I wish I could. I'm not lean enough to really show everything I could, but yeah, this, I don't know, maybe I could stand to use a longer pin, get down deeper into that muscle a little bit. I hit the side delt too, and it was pretty well painless. That was the surprising thing. But I complexed this in the usual HPBCD, hydroxypropyl beta cyclodextrin, so maybe that's contributing to the lack of painfulness of it. And I went a little shallow on the delt. My delts have a little thicker skin on the side, but yeah, you know, you can see it's like I got a little pump right there, so not bad. I'd show you my other delt, but it's always smaller, so doesn't really do us much good. But yeah, maybe so. I see something. I'm going to see how long it lasts. It's been about a half hour now. I've switched shirts for the pictures and stuff, but yeah, so interesting.